Let's read that in Deuteronomy 4:27. And the Lord shall scatter you among the nations. What are nations? Other nationalities. God told him, telling people what I said. He say, hey, bro. God say, man, if y'all don't listen to what he said, he gonna scatter you all across the world. Amongst the heathen, amongst the Gentiles. Now you're gonna be walking amongst non-Israelites. And he did that. He did that. You know why? Because you drunk every last drop of his fury. That's why we in America. That's why we in China. That's why we in Ethiopia. That's why we in Sierra Leone. That's why we in Greece. That's why we in Russia. It's black people, it's Israelites. He scattered us in the transatlantic slave trade for not following his laws. He just told you in Deuteronomy. So now we got Israelites that's over here in Greece. Now we got Israelites that's over here in China. So remember, we were scattered everywhere, right? One of those places we were scattered was Greece. One of those places we were scattered to was Greece. We had our people was in slavery in Greek captivity. The whole Bible is about the Israelites being in slavery in different eras. One of those eras was the Greek era, when the Greeks ran everything. That's what you're reading about when you're reading in Maccabees and stuff like that. That's why that's not in the Bible. So watch this. Remember, we drunk every last drop of God's fury. We got scattered. So the black people that's over there in Greece, or the black people that was in slavery in Greek captivity, they had to follow the customs of the Greek. That's what you're reading in Maccabees. They had to follow the customs of the Greeks, or they was killed. So you a slave in Greek captivity. He telling you, you can't be an Israelite no more. You can't say you're a Jew no more. You got to say you're a Greek. So I'm a Jew by blood who's now saying I'm Greek because I don't want to get killed. I don't want to get killed, which makes me a Gentile now. That's why I say usually. That's why I say usually, fam. He's usually talking about a non-Israelite. The time he is talking about an Israelite is the time that they took on Gentile customs. So in this era, you assimilated the Greek. You took on Greek customs. Why? Because you was going to be killed.